right, y'all. This is why women come back after leaving. Let's get into it, family. Women tend to make decisions in the heat of the moment, where the thoughts are super loud and extremely hard to quiet. And we make a move, not in clarity, but all in our feelings. The reality is it's unforgiveness that has turned into real resentment. And you feel, or she feels like she doesn't feel anything for that person anymore. But really it's unforgiveness. So then we explode in bitterness. But what we don't understand and we don't realize is that bitterness and resentment are strong feelings, just in the wrong direction. And so once they leave the relationship and some time has passed and it done calmed down, they start to remember the positive thing. Start thinking that, man, this probably could have worked out. And we quickly realize that unforgiveness that turned into resentment and bitterness was the end of a relationship you never truly wanted to end.
This is Tyrese's ex-wife, right? She seems to have learned a lot from her marriage with Tyrese or whatever, because she's out here spitting a lot of games. So shout out to her. Content is content. So let's get to it. So this is what I'm talking about when I explain to guys that it is up to you to be the leader. And once you're dealing with a woman and you're vetting a woman, there's only two things. You lead her or leave her. Lead her or leave her. Now, we have to be 110,000% sure. When you give a woman instruction, she has to be excited and agreeable and desires to follow your instruction to the letter, not just because she's doing what you say, but because she believes in you. And when a woman believes in you, the irrational and emotional things that might pop up in her female brain, there's a fighting chance that your influence can stamp out the irrational and the emotional things that might cause her to make bad decisions. Because if she's looking to you, her leader, for guidance, then she'll be able to use her belief in you to mitigate the nonsense that's going on in her brain. But again, she has to trust you and she has to believe in you, which is why the character of the man is so important, because it's the character of the man that is going to strengthen the woman. Because at any given time, she can succumb to friends in her ear, something that she's seen on a movie, a past experience, or just a mood swing, different feelings. I hate to do this and it's cliched, but yes, her period can affect these things. Her menstrual cycle can affect these things. If you had kids with her, she could be going through postpartum, traumatic experiences in her life, psychological things. I mean, I've seen videos and had situations where women will wake up angry at their husband or spouse because they had a dream about them cheating, something like that. You get what I'm saying? So it's understandable that a woman, she is a slave to her emotions a lot of the time, right? But when you have a strong character and you have influence in a woman's mind, she grows to believe in you. She grows to depend on you. And she grows into the frame of mind that says, no matter how I'm feeling, I can depend on my man. No matter what's going on in this world, I can depend on my man. No matter what my girlfriends is trying to tell me, I can depend on my man because he is the one thing in my life that is as constant as the North Star. This is why I talk about masculine identity. This is why I talk about consistency. Another thing we have to understand, guys, is that our ability to influence a woman with our character and our leadership helps a woman to see things in a more positive way. We have to understand that when a woman receives information, there's a chance for her to see things in a negative way, and there's a chance for her to see things in a positive way. Everything has a pro and con in it. It's up to us to make a choice to receive things in a negative way or in a positive way. Now, when we have a chance to influence a woman based on our character, we can influence that woman to be grateful. We can influence that woman to see things in a positive manner. Because in this video, she's talking about when a woman has resentment, right? Resentment comes from being ungrateful and only seeing the negative in any given situation. But as a man, you're able to influence a woman. You're able to help her to see things in a more positive light. So even if it's an undesirable scenario, because she's looking at your leadership and she's influenced by your leadership, she'll be able to see the bright side. She'll be able to notice the good parts of what's going on. And at the very end of it all, even if she is misguided, she'll still trust in you to come to you to discuss things with you. And so you can explain it to her so she can understand the good side of things. Do you understand what I'm saying? So as men, we have to be the ones to lead the way. So what do I actually mean by this? What I mean is, If you want your woman to be optimistic, if you want your woman to be grateful, if you want your women to understand optimism and the abundance mindset, you yourself as a man, that's how you have to lead your relationships, right? Therefore, you can't be a man that complains about life. You can't be a man that's always bitching. You can't be a man that's always looking at things with a scarcity mindset and saying a bunch of negative things and talking about people and being a certain way. If you want your woman to be a certain way, guess what? As a man, you have to be that way first. Okay? You have to be that way first and make sure that you're dealing with a woman that is compatible with you, that will actually follow your lead. So if you have an abundant mindset, if you're grateful for everything, if you're an optimist, or at the very least, a realist with optimistic tendencies, right? Meaning that you're able to see the realness in everything, but at the end of the day, you can take a lesson from it and you can figure out a way to do better. And so you're focused on doing better. So even though the situation might be kind of messed up, you can still look at the situation, learn from it, and move forward to try to do better. Your woman will follow those traits. Your woman will follow that characteristic. And if you can do that and be that way consistently, and you can embrace that as a part of your character as a leader in the relationship consistently, your woman will follow that lead as well. So her building resentment for all these little frivolous things, or her letting her friends talk her into negative thoughts, becomes less and less possible based on your leadership. Okay, based on the consistency of your character, of being positive, of being an optimist, of being progressive, of having an abundant mindset. Based on those things, your woman will follow your lead. Your woman will embrace that influence of you and trust in you. And like I said, even if she struggles with that, because she knows that you have that as a consistency in your character, she will come to you to try to get that clarity. And then she will depend on you to coach her. Now, guys, this is why I tell you guys, leadership, masculinity, and being a man to a woman is a big responsibility, because a woman can be led astray very easily by her emotions, by her negative friends or her negative members of her family, or even the negative images that she sees on social media or in society. She can be led by those things very easily. So as a man, it's a huge responsibility for you to be able to redirect and coach that woman into the direction that you want to take the relationship into, the direction that you want to take the family into. It's a big responsibility, guys. So this is why I created something like the Masculine Identity Membership. This is why I make these videos, because it's very important that as men, we instill in ourselves the strength and abundance that we want to see in our women, because we are the leaders. So they're going to be coming to us for leadership. They're going to be coming to us for guidance. So this is something that we have to instill in ourselves as men in order for anything to work the way we need it to work. All right, guys. So I want you to understand that masculinity, a masculine identity, being a man, being a husband, being a father is a huge responsibility. This is why we need a consistent source of guidance. This is why I do these videos. This is why I talk the way I talk. This is why I created the masculine identity, because as men, we all need a basis to start from. We all need consistency to start from, so we can be consistent for ourselves, so we can lead our families in the best direction possible. All right. So it's your boy, Miles Cunningham. Hope you got some from this video. Hope you're having a great day. Be good to yourself. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.